Okay, I'm going to show you how to customize your Subaru Impreza WRX GD style door cards. This little piece of fabric is what we're gonna change. This is the fabric that I've got. So on the back side of the door card itself, there's a bunch of rivets all throughout here. They're plastic rivets. There's 3 Phillips head screws up here, but the rest are all plastic. Just taking off this white piece up top. It's looking like the 5/16 bit is gonna fit perfectly here. We just kind of want to drill out just the top of the rivet here. We don't want to drill this in too deep. We just want to get that surface. Let's go ahead and try that. Right. And that's pretty much good. You can take a razor blade and just kind of chop off that extra plastic. Yeah, just like that. I've just got this little pick, and I'm just gonna get under here, pop it up just like that. Okay, so now we're just gonna take the existing fabric off of there. Just like that. Okay, now we're just gonna clean up the surface, get some of that glue shit off there. All right, well, this is the stuff that I have. You can use acetone or any kind of paint remover too. I just had this stuff laying around, so. Okay, so I've got these fairly clean now. The passenger side cleaned up a little bit more easy than the driver's side. So if you wanted to stop now, you could, because this is like a textured leather. It's kind of got a little bit of padding to it on its own. And these are WRX limited door cards here. If you wanted to, you could clean this up a little bit more and stop here and then just put everything back together. These would look pretty good just like that. One extra step I like to do here is just iron the actual fabric itself. This stuff came from China, so if you look close, you can see creases, and it just doesn't look that good. All right, so there you go. You can definitely see a difference here. No wrinkles, no lumps, none of that. For the next step, you're gonna want some kind of glue. You might want a couple of squeegees or something to just make sure it's all even within that crack up top. Some big scissors and some little scissors. I'm just gonna put one solid layer on here, and I'm gonna put another solid layer on the fabric itself. Just make sure that you get all in the corners here, especially get a good thick line up in between this. Let the adhesive dry until it's tacky. You can touch it, and if it's a wet feeling, then it's not ready yet. We're just gonna spray a little bead of glue around here. Now we can just kind of go around, trim off all that excess. There, that's a rivet hole, so we'll have to cut that out. Okay, so here's the final glue job. Once you get everything cut, it should line up pretty nicely in the corners. Make sure you take extra time again in these sections on the back. All right, so I picked up these screws. Very small, very short. These are the factory ones that are in the Subaru door. I picked up some washers because if you look at the door card, most of these are going to fit just perfect and not go through the door. It's a perfect length. But in this one in particular, I'll put a couple washers into it because it's still got some length, and if I drill too far into it, it's gonna come through the door panel itself, so I will put some washers on it. I only use washers on these ones because the holes were drilled relatively big. I also used one washer on this one that I was a little concerned about being thin plastic. I actually did. Well, you can barely even notice that. But it did actually just start piercing that plastic, so that's what I mean. You have to get really small screws, you have to be really precise. I would not recommend drilling those screws in. Just take a screwdriver and put those in, because if you drill, it definitely will go through the plastic. Okay, they're done. Let's go put them in the car, see how they look.